When riders are mounted, they connect the other end of the tether to the saddle, ensuring that if they become disconnected from their horse, the vest will inflate before they hit the ground. While the main reason for this event was to clean up the Fort Lauderdale beaches ahead of All-Star Week, the Florida Panthers also wanted to promote environmental awareness for the coastal community. This is the finish line where all of this year's events will end for this year's Dolphins Challenge Cancer Initiative. But for Lisa, the fight against cancer is far from over.
Morgan Champey joins us now live with the details. Morgan?
Thanks, Ainsley. Now, yesterday, November 13th, was the one-year anniversary of that shooting that killed Perry and the others. But as he grew up in the area, the Miami community decided to celebrate his life with one of his passions, art. Thanks, guys. I'm here standing outside the Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, one of the integral parts of the University of Miami health system. Sylvester is the only cancer center in South Florida designated by the National Cancer Institute and is a direct beneficiary of one of the area's largest annual fundraising efforts. Thanks, guys. I'm here in Homestead, Florida at the AMR Motorplex, where one go-kart driver is proving she can race right along with the boys. The trend of crazy games at Hard Rock Stadium continued Saturday when the Miami Hurricanes beat the Virginia Cavaliers 29-26 in overtime. A second straight overtime escape gave the Canes their 6th win of the year. Miami faced a 10-0 deficit in the second quarter, and quarterback Tyler Van Dyke struggled with 2 interceptions. But 3 field goals from Andy Borregales and 20 second-half points for the Canes took the game into overtime, where running back Mark Pleasure Jr. powered his way into the end zone for the game-winning score. Van Dyke contributed the Canes' success to Borregales and the defense postgame.
Artificial intelligence is something that we're seeing everywhere nowadays.
Software is getting smarter every day, but should humans be able to take credit for that work? Reporter Ainsley Vetter joins us live to tell us about the impact of artificial intelligence on the art world. So Ainsley, how are these artists reacting to these advancements in technology? Thank you, Patrick. Last week was homecoming here at the University of Miami, and campus was filled with spirited events, including the annual organized cheer competition. O-Cheer is an event where student organizations show off their dance moves and spirited routines. Following this year's theme, Leave Your Legacy, each performance was centered around celebrating the history of these organizations and keeping their culture alive for years to come. Initially an outdoor event, the competition had to be moved to the Shalala Ballroom due to bad weather, but that didn't stop anyone from giving their all for a chance at victory.
Hello and welcome to Head to Head on SportsDesk on IG. It's the second to last episode of the semester, and we've got a very special guest here today, SportsDesk executive producer Morgan Champey, and as usual, we will waste no time. Now, Morgan, I know you're a big NFL fan, and I think I know where you're going to go with this question, but in your eyes, what was the most impactful move this NFL offseason, signing or trade?
Got it. So yeah, this offseason has been, I feel like we say every offseason is insane and has a lot of impact, but I feel like this one has been especially crazy. You know, Derrick Henry to the Ravens, Saquon Barkley to the Eagles, and everything that the Texans have done to make CJ Stroud even more powerful than he already was that last season. But yeah, I'm going to be a homer, and I'm going to go with the Steelers quarterback situation, specifically Justin Fields, but I kind of want to talk about a little bit of everything. So they've been looking for a new franchise quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger left. Obviously, probably going to be a Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, all of the above. They drafted Kenny Pickett same year.
Did not work out.
Didn't really work out the way they wanted it to. And then they had Rudolph behind Ben. Also didn't really pan out. And then Mitch Trubisky was Mitch Trubisky, which we kind of saw. But so basically what they did, they signed Russell Wilson and Justin Fields for a very good deal at that, which I can get into a little bit later, but that is my pick. Because this inflatable vest technology has only been around for the last 20 years, there haven't been many studies done yet on the efficiency of equestrian air vests. Research has shown that horseback riding is one of the most dangerous sports people can participate in. One study found that approximately 80% of riders will experience a riding-related injury in their career. One of those riders is former Olympian Kevin Babington. After a serious riding accident in 2019, Babington was left paralyzed from the neck down.
I went down head first and kind of did a somersault on my Adam's apple a little bit and had a severe bruise on my spine. I had torn all the muscles and ligaments in my neck. I had no movement in my arms or anything at the beginning.
Babington's injury shocked the equestrian community and was one of the major reasons for this recent rise in air vests. Although he wasn't wearing one at the time, Babington is a large advocate for them now.
The air vest wasn't really on the market at the time. And then I think after my accident, I noticed more and more people, especially a lot of professionals, started wearing them. I think it just opened a lot of people's eyes that this can happen to anybody.
My mom and I finally decided I needed to see a doctor because I wasn't recovering. After I did some blood work with my family pediatrician, she recommended that I see a specialist at Nicholas Children's Hospital, and then 3 weeks later officially diagnosed with hepatosplenic T-cell lymphoma.
Hepatosplenic T-cell lymphoma is an extremely rare type of cancer, with only around 200 cases existing in medical literature.
Literally, cancer, didn't even come into my thoughts. It didn't cross my mind. But when he said lymphoma, seriously, my heart stopped. I think at that moment, it was like everything became blurry. I don't even know what I heard after that.
Michael's cancer forced him into months of various treatments in hopes of finding relief. As complications arose, he tried to stay positive for himself and those around him. That's when Michael decided he wasn't going to let cancer control his life.
I was really just trying to find my way out of this and do my best to just live. And I went through chemotherapy, radiation, a bone marrow transplant. And after that huge process that took several months, I developed a chronic disease that I still live with to this day. And now I'm no longer an athlete, I'm an advocate.
Be loud, be proud. That's what the Slice Girls are bringing to the world of tennis.
We're very expressive, so we're loud, and we're okay with that.
Francisca Morgan is one of the co-founders of the Slice Girls Tennis Club, a community of diverse women that are trying to transform the sport from a quiet and sophisticated one to a loud and fun one by expressing their emotions on the court.
Tennis is a very quiet sport, so we kind of want to revolutionize just having fun and being loud with it and being expressive, being colorful, being from whatever background that it is that we come from and expressing that on the court. So quiet isn't really a thing here at Slice Girls Tennis Club.
Founded by 4 Haitian American women from Miami in 2022, the Slice Girls Tennis Club stands for the inclusion of women from all backgrounds. The club encourages participants to be unapologetically themselves on the court, and together they recognize and celebrate their differences.
What I realized is that the tennis communities in South Florida didn't reflect the melting pot that we have in Miami and South Florida and all the cultures that make our city so unique and different and such a special place to be in. So we just wanted to create a space for girls that look like us and for girls that never thought of themselves as athletic.
People tell me that I inspire them, but they inspire me. When someone tells me that I inspire them, that just motivates me more. It pushes me. It makes me want to go out there and do more and more and more.
Ultimately, the DCC becomes a culmination of all of this and a celebration of just realizing this is the beauty of what we're doing here. You see a lot of people wearing living proof shirts, and with the motto being that we're living proof that cancer can be beat. It's a very meaningful experience to us as an organization.
It drives me every single day, knowing what I'm doing this for. It drives me to do every single thing in my power, not just for me, but to inspire others to do everything they can.